welcome to Giant Strides, the show that celebrates Nigeria's bold steps towards progress and prosperity. This weekly program is proudly sponsored by the Niger Delta Power Holding Company Limited, NDPHC, under the leadership of Engineer Jennifer Adeheje. My name is Dorothy Monday. Today, we are spotlighting a game-changing development in Kano State, where the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, NDPHC, has taken a monumental step to power the Kano Industrial Zone with clean, reliable electricity. This is a story of innovation, collaboration, and a brighter future for Nigerian businesses.
A delegation from the Niger Delta Power Holding Company Limited, led by Managing Director Engineer Jennifer Adeheje and Executive Director of its Generation Directorate, Abdullahi Kasim, embarked on an assessment tour of the Chalawa cluster in Kano State, known as the Kano Industrial Zone in Kano. This zone is one of the largest industrial clusters in West Africa. From pharmaceuticals to textiles, plastics to building materials, this vibrant zone is home to a wide range of large-scale manufacturing businesses. But despite the massive economical potential of this business hub, which is estimated in billions of naira, many businesses operating within this zone are now at risk of shutting down due to unstable power supply. This was made clear by Mr. Aliyu Mahdi, the Secretary of the Chalawa Industrial Manufacturers Association.
We are very much grateful to the NDPHC for coming to hear our challenges about electricity, and we hope that a very critical and a very good solution will be provided to us, because we are having a lot of challenges in terms of electricity, in terms of tariff. The tariff is very, very high, and the stability of the electricity is very, very low. At times, we are in band A for say, but we are serving the light of band C. We can say that, because at times we will have lights go off and come down, which is not good for our production system, not good for our machines. As a result of that, we encountered a lot of losses in terms of lack of stable electricity in our production processes. So we hope that with this NDPHC, we can get a very good and proper solution so that we can stabilize our production and help in moving the economy and provide job to the youths of the country and much more to the country.
Manufacturers operating within the Chalawa Industrial Zone in Kano, one of the largest industrial clusters in West Africa, are raising serious concerns over the crippling impact of poor electricity supply in their business operations. In a bid to salvage their investments, the manufacturers are appealing to the federal government through the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, NDPHC, to fast-track a power intervention project, which is already in the pipeline. Of efforts to understand the gravity of the situation, the team from the NDPHC was taken through the expansive industrial zone, witnessing firsthand the scope of production facilities and the scale of power required to keep them running effectively and efficiently. The NDPHC utilized this opportunity as a means to assure stakeholders of its commitment to resolving the issue and confirmed that discussions have already been initiated with the Kano Electricity Distribution Company to ensure the generated power can be successfully delivered to the industrial zone without further delay in order to prevent further economic losses.
Today we're visiting the Chalawa Industrial and Manufacturing Cluster in Kano State. We're here for on-the-spot assessment of the needs of these industries here in Kano State. Kano State is very important to the NDPHC for a number of obvious reasons. Kano State is the commercial nerve center of northern Nigeria, and therefore we're here to be able to engage with the manufacturing cluster to see how, as NDPHC, we can support them to enhance their productivity, knowing fully well that electricity drives productivity and productivity drives the economy, and we're aligning with Mr. President's Renewed Hope agenda, which aims to unlock this prosperity through energy inclusion and energy efficiency. So we're here to carry out an assessment jointly with our sister agencies, NASENI, and our Chinese technical partners, Higher Technologies, to develop cost-effective renewable energy embedded solutions that would ensure that we're able to deliver quality, reliable, and affordable electricity to stimulate productivity in Kano State and beyond.
It's work in progress, and as you see, we've just had on the spot assessment to see for ourselves the various industries in this cluster. So there's a little committee set up to know the exact power requirement. Then we can begin to factor models that will fit in. So off the top of my head, time frame, soon as we get all those information together. So I don't know if you're an engineer, but with data, we can only tell you how much time it can take. Globally, a lot is evolving. Right now, you can see how hot I am. The sunlight. So some photovoltaic technology will give us good energy supply through solar energy. We're a generating company. We're using gas turbines just now. Beside me is our EDGen. We also have that option. So I think that there are various options. But first things first, they need to get light. We need to boost the economy of the country in line with Mr. President's agenda.
Our own approach is different. You could see that we have about 3 executive directors, 2 executive directors, and the managing director, CEO, all the way to do on-site assessment of the need for this energy. And again, our story is different. We have the capacity. Today, Niger Delta Power Holding Company has more than 4,000 megawatts of installed capacity, bigger than any other generation company across sub-Saharan Africa. And we have enough energy to deliver. We have available capacity of more than 2,000 megawatts. So with the right infrastructure, the right framework, we will be able to deliver that energy to the end users. So that's why we're here, to do the assessment of the need and also to assess the level of investment and infrastructure that will be needed. And we are here, like what my MD mentioned, we are here with some technical partners, NASENI, and also the Chinese partners, High Tech, who are also on ground with us to assess the level of the infrastructure needed and also the level of engagement that we can have with the distribution company to deliver this energy. So I think the peculiar need for any industrial development is the quality of the energy itself and also how efficient that energy will be delivered to the facility or to their equipment. Because these are production facilities, and we have heard from them any outage of this energy supply resulted in a huge financial loss to these companies. So because of that, our approach is to ensure that we have a robust infrastructure that will be able to deliver this energy without interruption and to make it 100% reliable and available for them and also affordable.
The Chalawa Industrial Zone in Kano State is a vital hub for Nigeria's manufacturing sector, contributing significantly to job creation and economic growth. However, unreliable electricity has long been a challenge for businesses, stifling productivity and innovation. Of course, that's all changing thanks to a groundbreaking agreement signed by the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, NDPHC, in partnership with the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, and a leading Chinese energy company, Hindua Energy.
For us, this is a milestone event because it's a first of a kind partnership with our sister agency that is also private sector driven, with an entity that has the capacity and the resources and the competence. Like he rightly mentioned, they're an international company of repute. So we have no doubt in their capacity to deliver cost-effective electricity to these vulnerable businesses, which is also in line with Mr. President's Renewed Hope agenda, which seeks to scale power generation and to deliver cost-effective electricity to the last mile vulnerable businesses in commercial clusters like Chalawa and Kano. But beyond that also, this is very important for us because it will also serve as a proof of concept to test the viability of solar power generation on this scale. And also through this, we'll be able to scale the project and we'll also be able to reach out to other vulnerable commercial clusters where we can unlock opportunities. The Electricity Act also now empowers us to be able to transact bilaterally with eligible customers.
This joint development agreement, signed on July 1st, 2025, commits to delivering a 10-megawatt solar power plant with 10 megawatt hours of battery storage to the Kano Industrial Zone. The embedded solar generation facility, however, is designed to provide steady, quality and affordable electricity to manufacturers, aligning with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda to drive industrialization and economic transformation.
And one of the key sectors, that we're putting a lot of our efforts is energy. Because, nobody needs to be told the energy gap in the country. There's a special project we have called ZICO. It's called Zero Carbon and Zero Cost. So all our equipment that we're producing, we put IoT devices to be able to measure energy consumption, to take demography, to be able to see the level of compliance in terms of payback. For example, we have over 10,000 solar home systems that are already in the market, that we've given people a loan, we're monitoring how they're paying, and we'll be able to give this data to banks, to people like AYM Shafa Group, to see how we can partner and scale, these activities. And of course, we're going a little bit higher at a bigger level, like the MOU we're going to sign today, which is a 10 megawatts, capacity. And one of the reasons why we invited the Deputy Chief of Staff is because the National Economic Council, NEC, has specifically invited us to make presentation. And a lot of the states, are ready to deploy a project like this. And of course, we have NDPHC, at the heading these affairs, guiding us, based on all the experiences that they've had. So it's going to be a commercial play, 100%. And we'll put all our resources to have a pilot, and we have data that we can showcase. For solar home systems, we need to make it sustainable. For big power generation like the one we're going to sign today, how do you make it sustainable? And so many other things. One of the things I think a lot of the bankers will be interested in, anything below 1 megawatt, you don't need license. And we've built a system whereby you can just go to a village or some blocks of shops, take our inverter, our battery, our panel, and set up a small microgrid, and then it comes with meters, which we've all developed together. So you don't need to check and follow up, and everything is app-based. The same way you go to buy power and buy your token, you can go recharge. So imagine the potential that you are going to unlock if you put the hands in, that power in the hands of Nigerians to be able to go to a small village and generate 1 megawatt, or a market, in places like Kano, Katsina, and generate power and sell to people without too many licenses and so on. I'm sure Zenith Bank are doing the mathematics and the numbers. So the whole idea is to make everything very, very sustainable and also beneficial to our partners. We are not dealing with things from scratch. We've already used our money with our engineers who've de-risked. We've already done market testing. It's just for you to grab it and scale. And like this 10 megawatts, Niger Delta Holder have already done in minutes. They were able to gather all the players that have money at hand to pay for power at a premium rate, and they brought them to us. So it's just a matter of how you can leverage and join the party. And you see, we didn't invite everybody. We didn't invite your other friends. So please take this opportunity so that we don't need to go far.
This project is a direct response to the challenges faced by businesses in Chalawa, where power outage have led to losses in revenue and productivity. By leveraging Kano's abundant solar potential, this initiative will ensure that small, medium and large-scale manufacturers can operate without the constant worry of blackouts.
Good morning, everyone.
Engineer Adihije's passion for this project stems from a directive issued by Vice President Kashim Shettima, who also serves as the chairman of NDPHC's board. On December 7th, 2024, during a visit to Chalawa, the Vice President instructed NDPHC to provide an alternative power source for the area. The impact of this 10-megawatt solar project goes beyond just powering factories. It's about creating jobs, reducing poverty, and driving sustainable economic growth.
So as the designer,
As Engineer Adihije noted, Kano is a symbolic and strategic to President Bola Tinubu's administration, and this initiative aligns perfectly with the Renewed Hope agenda's focus on industrialization and energy access.
all this power produced could be consumed at the reasonable price. So once again, thank you for giving us the opportunity in collaboration. So here, trying to do more. As EBC said, besides this power project, we have other corporations. Here is committing ourselves to our best.
We were here, I think, sometimes last year, the first executive visit we made to Naseni, which we had important discussion, part of which one of the major projects Naseni is now currently embarking on. Jais is a major partner and a player in that project. So we also welcome similar projects that will add value to the nation, that will create employment, and of course, empower as many people as possible. We are open for partnership, and will also be work with some of our customers that are yet to be aware of what Naseni does, and definitely will bring them, sit down to see how we can do so much more.
What makes this project even more exciting is its innovative approach to energy distribution. Under Nigeria's evolving electricity market and the Electricity Act 2023, NDPHC can now sell power directly to businesses and consumer groups, bypassing traditional grid challenges. Engineer Adihije encouraged Chalawa's manufacturers to form a registered trading company to purchase electricity directly from NDPHC at competitive rates, ensuring affordability and reliability. The partnership with Naseni and Kudo Energy also highlights Nigeria's growing expertise in renewable energy and international collaboration.
It's very significant for us. Like I mentioned earlier, it's the first of its kind, and so it's a milestone event for us partnering with our sister agency, Naseni, and their Chinese partners and private sector partners. And it's also very crucial because we're told that as a country, we require 2 trillion to bridge our infrastructure gaps. And therefore, private sector driven interventions like this is a national imperative, and it's a no-brainer for us to be able to unlock private funding and private capital to scale power generation. We have a lot of funding gaps in the power sector, and particularly now that we have a liquidity crisis and the public purse cannot adequately fund the scaling of power sector projects. Mr. President is very keen on driving power sector reforms, and funding is very critical. So this would enable us to take power generation to vulnerable commercial clusters. So for us, this is just a starting point, and it will serve as a proof of concept to test the viability of this project, which we do intend to replicate across commercial clusters nationally. What I'll tell them is that the market is big enough. We do know that 85 million Nigerians are still unable to get quality, reliable and affordable electricity. So the market is potentially vast, and private sector investments are always welcome to scale growth and to scale sustainability of the sector.
Today we signed an MOU with High Tech, which is Higher Group, and Niger Delta Power Holding Company, our sister agency, for 10 megawatts solar plant in Chalawa, Kano. This is a testament that government can work together with private sector, to build something that is, sustainable and also scalable. And you can see we have our partners, from Zenith Bank, from Jaiz Bank, coming to witness this and see how they can support to scale something like this. So power is very essential. Is a much needed, essential commodity for the country, and with partnerships like this that will have off-grid systems that are modular, expandable and sustainable, the future is quite bright. No, of course, this needs to be replicated, otherwise we wouldn't start it in the first place. So this is just a pilot project, and we intend to do it in so many states in the country.
The agreement to power the Chalawa Industrial Zone is a true giant stride towards a brighter, more prosperous Nigeria by harnessing solar energy, fostering innovation, and prioritizing affordability. NDPHC, Naseni, and their partners are lightening the way for industrial growth and economic empowerment. And that's all for the episode of Giant Strides. Join us next time as we explore more stories of progress and transformation across Nigeria. Until then, keep shining and let's keep taking those giant strides together. My name is Dorothy Monday. Bye for now.